Okay, we're live. Hello, welcome to Cam and Matt React. We were actually reacting to the music that we were playing for the introduction, which you won't be able to see later on. But anyways, welcome.
Music. You did a great job. You're very gifted.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you so much, Matt.
Hey, look at us. We're both wearing black shirts. Maybe that can be
I know. Thing. I was trying to say. I was like, maybe I should put on a jacket or something. It's like a uniform. Maybe
my glasses. You know.
Oh my goodness! There it is. There it is.
I figured out something about you today. I was watching a video of yours this morning because I'm about to interview Alyssa Childers, whatever her name is.
Childers.
And as I was watching you, I'm like, you are just as awkward as me, but better looking. So people don't realize you're as awkward as me. And I think that's why we like each other, because we're kind of awkward.
We are very awkward. And maybe,
is that awkward that I said that? That felt a bit awkward.
Yes. Maybe that's why this channel will be successful, is because we're both super awkward. You know what? Maybe we need I need a shirt that says Cam and you need a shirt that says Matt, just like this. As it looks like that's on our shirts right now.
It does, yeah.
That's what we need. Cam and Matt. Well, hello everyone, all the YouTube's peoples out there. So what we're doing today is we're looking at 3 different Babylon Bee articles and we're going to react to them. So
I'm excited.
The way that this is going to work, that was awful. The way that this is going to work is I have asked my wife, Brittany, to give us, she picked the articles, so I have no idea what she picked. And I'm just going to pull them up on the screen. We're going to read them, and we're going to react to it. And then at the end of this video, we're going to ask you guys for some participation. Let us know what you'd like to see us react to. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Oh, and then throughout, I have some surprise sound effects that I'm going to play for Matt. Ooh. That he will be able to react to. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. We'll see how it goes. How about we start by doing the first article, unless you want to say anything else.
No. Well, I just want to say how cool this is. Thank you so much to everybody who's subscribed. We actually started this channel, and Cameron and myself said we're not going to do a video until we reach 1,000 subscribers because we've got stuff to do and we're busy and we can't just drop everything. And then we got 1,000 subscribers in about 2 days.
I know. So right now, crap! I think I just checked, and it's at 1,600 subscribers right now. Thank you so much, guys, for subscribing. Yeah, this channel is going to be a lot different than what we normally do on our other channels. And if you're just coming to this channel for the first time, you don't know who we are, and you're just trying to figure out what's happening. I am Cameron Bertuzzi. Why don't we do that real quick? I'm Cameron Bertuzzi. I have a YouTube channel called Capturing Christianity, where I interview professional philosophers. And I also host discussions between Christians and non-Christians. And we just have a good time talking about the intellectual side of Christian belief. That's what I do on my channel. And then I met Matt a few months ago, almost a year ago at this point, I think. Mm-hmm. Anyways, and we have developed a friendship, and now we're best friends. And, well, why don't you tell the folks who you are?
My name is Matt Fradd. I run a podcast called Pints with Aquinas. It's similar to Cameron's in that it also explores the intellectual side of the faith. Nice job. That's the beautiful beer sign you get when you become a patron.
That's what I'm drinking my coffee out of today.
And what's been really cool is Cameron's a Protestant, I'm a Catholic. So deep down we hate each other. But on the surface, we have to pretend we like each other so as to win the other person over to our side.
That's exactly what this is about. Yeah. That is a very apropos description.
So, anyway, yeah, I'm excited. I'm really glad that we didn't read these ahead of time and then pretend that we were reacting.
Because I'm awful at that.
Okay. So, all right. So how do you know? Do you just have links you're going to click and throw them up on the thing?
Well, let me tell you how this is going to work, Matt. I have a scene in my broadcast software set up that's going to show everyone YouTube, and then it's going to show everyone what is the website we're reviewing? Babylon Bee. It's going to show the Babylon Bee articles. So let me see how this works. Let me go ahead and click the scene here. So you're going to see some back end. Let's see how many people we got.
Are we going to be doing some Q&A after 35. At the end?
We will. We will do some Q&A.
So stick around, everybody. And yes, this is my tiny cup of vodka. Not really. It's
vodka espresso. At 11 a.m. Okay, here's the first article. Oh, gosh. Let's see what it says. All right. Father who instills sound doctrine in children also guarantees they'll see Mittens, the cat in heaven.
Okay. This is coming from this is interesting because Thomas Aquinas famously or infamously said that non-rational animals will not go to heaven. And so it sounds like they're kind of playing off that idea, although different theologians have different opinions.
Yeah, they just want to, they want to play off of the idea that dogs or cats don't go to heaven, which to me, I'm kind of more inclined toward accepting that view as of late. I think that cats and dogs will be in heaven.
But let's not make this theological.
Should we not? Yeah, should we not do that?
Well, we can. I mean, we're reading a theological piece, so it's going to be that. But I mean, let's make this more lighthearted than us to,
Okay, right, so also I should mention, so I mentioned to my wife, let's start out with just like Christian articles at first, and then maybe we'll look at some political articles. If you don't know who Babylon Bee is, they're basically a Christian satire website. So they do a bunch of stuff satiring Christianity, but then they also do a lot satiring politics. So we kept it to Christianity for this video, and then maybe in later videos we'll get a little bit more controversial. So so one of my favorite things about Babylon Bee is actually to read the articles.
Yes.
Because there's a whole lot more
all right, go for it. So read it in a news presenter voice.
Oh my goodness. All I want to do is like the movie like narrator voice. I can't think of one. Let me just read it. I'll just read it. First? Okay, go. Why don't you do it? Yeah, you read it.
Walnut Creek, California. As a parent who wants to teach sound doctrine to his children, Dave Brown, father, was asked by his sad-eyed, lip-quivering children if they would see Mittens the cat in heaven. He replied, absolutely. It's very important to my wife and me to bring our children up in a Christian environment, Brown stated. In this day and age, there are so many worldviews vying for my kids' attention, so we try very hard to educate them on the depths of theology, apologetics, and scripture. You know, things like the Trinity, justification by faith, and cat heaven, he said, surrounded by children who sure miss their cat. When asked what cat heaven will be like, Brown quickly muttered, like regular heaven but stinkier, and then changed the subject. Later that day, after Brown had forgotten the whole thing, his youngest daughter, Sarah, asked him if there's an ostrich heaven. No, of course not, he replied, and then immediately regretted, realizing he will now have to explain why cats have souls and ostriches don't.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on this one? I didn't find it that funny either. So Brittany, you failed this first one. Sorry, but
let's react to Brittany failing. No.
Maybe
this is what we should do. We should do another one. Hope it's good. If it's not, we should go to the latest or trending and read something, even if it is political, and just get right up in it.
Gotcha. All right, let's do the second one. All right, Here we go. Peter removed as apostle from anti-Gentile statements uncovered.
Very good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't really laugh out loud at stuff like this, so that's actually good that you do. So someone can get some kind of reaction out of somebody on this React channel. Let me try reading. How about that?
Please.
Jerusalem. In a decision that's rocking the church around the world, Christian authorities have decided to revoke Simon Peter's apostleship after disparaging comments against Gentiles were discovered in a personal journal dating back to Peter's teen years. Found within an ancient scroll uncovered in the ruins of Bethsaida, the comments reveal young Simon's true feelings about the people and cultures of Greece and Rome. In one passage, he refers to the Gentiles using words that roughly translate as stinky and dumb. This is a sad but unsurprising revelation for us, said Bible scholar David Haddad. It sheds light on Peter's reluctance to be seen with Gentiles later in his life. This is something the Apostle Paul, rebuked him for, but up to now, we didn't realize how bad it was. Church leaders acknowledge that Peter, like every person, was imperfect, but this new revelation was just too problematic to be ignored. We know he denied Christ 3 times and was forgiven, but problematic, anti-Gentile statements like this risk hurting the reputation of the church and its ability to spread the gospel, said Pope Francis in an interview. Churches are currently making plans to remove statues of Peter all around the world. That's pretty good. Sources in heaven reached out to Peter for comment. According to witnesses, Peter simply laughed and disappeared into his epic 22-story mansion. That is good. That is good. See, that's why you need to read these articles. Yeah, can we talk about mansions in heaven? Thank you. Can we talk about mansions in heaven real quick? Where does that come from?
I don't know. It's the end of one of the Gospels. I'm Catholic. I don't know the scripture, but it's the idea that Christ has prepared a place for us in heaven. I think mansion was used in the King James version. But this was hilarious.
And Protestants ran with that.
It's hilarious and obviously really relevant. I think that
the taking down of statues.
Yeah, and just the lack of forgiveness. Like, it's like we are, and I know I said let's not get super heavy, but screw that. We live in such, I don't know what you want to refer to seculars as, who hold to a sort of leftist dogma with a greater intensity than Catholics to theirs. And if you fall out of line with this secular dogma, you will be excommunicated.
Anathema.
Yeah, you'll be anathema. There will be no forgiveness for you. You can come online and apologize, and but sorry, like not possible. So at least in Christianity, you can deny Christ 3 times and be forgiven. But it would seem today on the secular left, if you fall out of line, then there will be no forgiveness for you. And all of us have said stupid, shitty things, like shitty in a kind of Christian React channel, And yeah, so. Anyway,
that was me reacting. By the way, my eyebrows went up a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah. So I like this one. I think it definitely pulls on some current things that are happening, and people say things in their earlier years, and people pick up on those, and then they try to expose them for being like some homophobic or I don't know, agoraphobic. Is that even a term? I've heard that before.
I don't know what the word means.
I don't know either, but it sounds like it's something. So yeah, I like this one. All right, let's do the third one, and then we'll do some Q&A.
Maybe our viewers right now could put in a link to a fourth Babylon Bee article that we could react to. Just a suggestion. If they wanted, they could and we could just like randomly click on one, and they could make it as political as possible. I know I'm the one who said let's not make it political, but apparently,
yeah, that's a good idea. So if you have an article from Babylon Bee you've seen recently and you want us to react to it, then copy the link in the live chat, and I'll try to pull it up on the screen here. We'll see if we can make that happen. All right, let's get to the third one that we have prepared from my beautiful wife, Brittany. All right, here it is. Really interesting theological discussion ruined by someone pulling out a Bible verse. That is pretty good. That is pretty good.
Now, I don't really understand it. Is that saying like you were kind of arguing back and forth about something, and then somebody tried to trump it with a verse out of context?
No, I think what's happening is that they were having a discussion about God or Christianity or Jesus, and they weren't referencing the Bible at all. And so a lot of people, like, I've even seen that on my channel, where they're like, when's the last time you mentioned a Bible verse? When I'm like giving an argument for God's existence, something like that.
Okay.
So I think that might be what this is hinting at. It's like,
let's see.
The whole discussion was ruined once you start talking about what the Bible actually says, and you start to care about that instead of just like, in your ivory tower philosophizing. I think that might be what they're getting at. Do you want to give this one a shot?
Sure. Palm Beach, Florida. Some friends were having a thought-provoking theological discussion, diving deep into the possible nature of God and the afterlife. However, just as the discussion seemed to be nearing some really intriguing philosophical territory, one member of the group, Kyle Guy, pulled out his phone and read a verse directly from the Bible. I can't even remember what the verse was, said Clifton Riley, who was part of the discussion. But things just immediately hit a wall. I mean, what do you do with that? Pull out a Bible and find some other relevant verses. Then it becomes a whole Bible versus arms race, and it's just not fun anymore. It was like a total buzzkill. After the Bible... After the Bible verse was quoted, the mood quickly dampened, and much of the speculation on theological matters soon petered out. The discussion picked up its pace, though, when the group switched to talking about episodes of Breaking Bad. Cool.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. I completely forgot about the sound effects until just then.
That's terrifying. In these headphones, that was supremely loud. So thank you.
Oh, excellent. That's perfect. All right. So thank you, Brittany. Yeah. There we go. Okay. So what were your thoughts on these three?
As far as the best one, I think the second one was the funniest.
Yeah. 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 This last one was okay. It was better than the first, but it was
yeah. Like I have theological thoughts on this that are less funny, but
yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. So should we turn to the audience because no one sent me a link yet, so. We're waiting on you guys to send us something to react to. Or I can just click homepage and see what's on there. How about that?
Yeah, we could do that. Yep.
Let's do trending. See what that says.
Oh my gosh.
Trending.
It's going to get us
I'm just gonna,
trouble.
Yeah. I'm just going to click on it.
Oh, Joe Biden. No, go back.
Goodness.
Go back. Go to Joe Biden, unless you want to.
Okay. All right, this is my first time doing this, so just relax.
You're doing great.
All right. Ooh,
Biden
there it is.
Healthy cognition. This is good. Oh my gosh. You can go. That is the greatest. The poor guy. First of all, I know that it's cliche and it's kind of what people say before they make fun of the guy. But I feel desperately, desperately sorry for him. And I wish he would just go and sit in a chair and love on his grandkids and just read books and prepare for
This one is pretty good. Wow. Yeah, so I definitely handicap Brittany by not letting her pick any political stuff. Their political stuff is pretty funny. They also make fun of Trump too. So if you're watching this and they only pick on pick on everybody. Yeah. I think that's hilarious. Biden proves healthy cognition by flawlessly reciting all the sounds animals can make. And we definitely have to read this one. Definitely.
Go for it.
Okay, so I'm just going to read this one normal. With citizens and media figures questioning Joe Biden's mental fitness to become president, Biden took to the internet yesterday to shut down the naysayers once and for all. On a live video from his basement, Biden held up a Fisher-Price See and Say and flawlessly recited all the sounds animals can make. My memory cognitives are perfect. They're perfect, Biden insisted. If my brain is no anymore not work, could I do this? Biden then
as he spins, could I do this?
Oh my goodness. I'm about to have a laughing fit. All right. Biden then began to go through all the common farm animals and the sounds they make, starting with cow, which says moo. He got into a little trouble with the chicken, which he thought said quack, but after some help from his live-in nurse, he got back on track. After reciting all the animal sounds almost perfectly, Biden smiled smugly, dropped the mic, and cut the feed. After the video, CNN praised Biden's performance and reported an immediately 382% increase in Biden's poll numbers. Oh man. Should we give any context to this? A lot of people think that Biden has some serious mental health issues.
Yeah.
Which on a serious note, what was that? I heard a noise. On a serious note, I'm unconvinced of those. I think that he may have some kind of early form dementia. I don't have any experience with anyone that's suffered through that, so I can't really see the signs. I've seen other people though; they'll be like, "Yes, he has all the signs of someone who's getting older in age and is succumbing or in the first stages of a disease like this." Which again, that is a serious thing if that's actually the case. But his party and everyone else is saying that that's not the case. But anyways, it's just that was a really good one.
Yeah, it's tough because I, like you, don't know what the initial stages of dementia are, and I know it's just kind of become a thing people say. I have mixed feelings. Part of me, as I say, I really do feel sorry for this man. I wonder, like, why won't you just go and lay down, just go and rest? And, and you give like all the kind of lines that these politicians are spitting out about the importance of like a woman being in charge or a minority being in charge. Like, you could just do that then. Like, you could have stepped out of the race and started to promote, Kamala Harris or something, and maybe she'll become his vice president if he's elected. But yeah, I do feel sorry for him. But at the same time, I think if you're going to run for public office and want to be the most powerful man in the world, like at that point, it's you all of your flaws, they need to be pointed out, I suppose.
Yeah, there's something that pops up, I mean, pretty frequently, where he even said recently that he's going to beat Joe Biden. We're going to beat Joe Biden. Like, he said
that's right. That's right. Yeah.
And some of that stuff is just like, if it happens that frequently, you start to get a little bit worried. I mean, I'm concerned because if he's elected, he's going to be one of the most powerful people in the world. And that is scary for someone who's suffering through something like that at the beginning stages.
I mean, I don't know how politics works. I'm not even American, so I think I know less than the average American. But it would seem to me that if he gets elected, everybody else is going to be calling the shots. But it does say, like, if he's elected, that a virtual corpse was more appealing than Trump. Like, that the only way I think Trump loses if people hate Trump enough. I don't think it's going to be people just like last election. I don't think it was so much people choosing Trump as it was rejecting Hillary. I think if Trump loses in this next election, it'll be people choosing against Trump, not necessarily choosing Biden. But oh man, things are crazy.
All right.
Hey?
So people are telling us in the live chat that YouTube is censoring the links, and also we just launched this channel. So some people were saying, "Hey, how can I send in a super chat?" We don't have monetization approved yet. Hopefully, after this video, if this video gets at least 4,000 views, I think we might be eligible for monetization, and so we can start to do super chats and the other stuff.
So all of y'all watching right now, you can help support this channel right now by liking, subscribing, sharing.
Amen.
All of that would help us get that done. So thank you if you like this, for supporting it. All right. Did you want to take some questions and then maybe?
Let's do some questions. So what we want to ask you guys is, what should we respond to or react to? So this was one idea that we had. I mean, it could be a number of things. What we don't want it to be is a channel that is purely devoted to politics, philosophy, apologetics, or any of those. So we want to expand out
have a break.
Our jobs, I mean, constantly just very, very serious. And it's important, such important work, right? I think you and I are in agreement about that. But I think that something like this can help us to branch out and to just kind of, have a I want to say comedy break. Is that the wrong term?
Almost like, just like a healthy outlet. I mean, you and I spend our whole days immersed in like intense philosophical, theological discussions. It would be nice, just like, hey, honestly, if nobody else follows this channel, it would be still fun just to chat with you for a little bit once a week.
Yeah. So we can't send. So you can't send any links, unfortunately, in the live chat. So that's unfortunate. But I mean, if we need to, we can look at another article. But I feel pretty good about the ones that we looked at today. I mean, we can do other videos like this or respond to new ones. So what I want to do is just share a little bit about why or how this is going to be possible. This channel is going to be possible alongside our other jobs, because I'm sure that that's a question that most of our patrons and most of our subscribers are going to be worrying about is, how can you're already so busy with everything. How can you manage to do another channel on top of it? So we thought long and hard about this, and that is why we wanted to make this a reaction channel, so that there's not a whole lot of work that happens while we're live. So it can just be, we just grab random articles off the internet or grab a couple memes and review those, react to those, and that's the whole thing. So it's not like prepare for 2 weeks for this interview, reading this book for this person. It can be just very off the cuff, and maybe a couple shows a month to start it out, see how it goes. I think that is completely doable, and that's what we decided to do, was to keep it light. Don't have really low expectations. If this channel does well, that's great. If it doesn't do well, that's okay too. It's still sort of an outlet for us to just have a good time and laugh. So that's the way that I see this channel working in tandem with our other existing channels and ministries.
Yeah, I completely agree. We're doing a lot of work, but just kind of reacting is easy. And like I'm looking forward to doing a bunch of things. Like we should do an episode where you react to the name of my high school metal bands, or my favorite excerpts from my favorite fiction writings, and me to yours. There's just so many cool things that I look forward to doing. But anyway, I know folks in the chat have posted a bunch of suggestions we could throw up.
Okay, so here's one. Let me try this one. Actually, I've got to take our little titles off here. So here's one from Anorax24. Respond to any random video from Church Militant. Do you know who that is?
Oh, hilarious. So Church Militant is a conservative Catholic channel that exposes many of the scandals that have taken place and are taking place in the Catholic Church. So if we have like a bishop or a priest who is involved in something nefarious, they put a spotlight on it. So regardless of what people have to think about, that, there's certainly it's certainly a pretty intense kind of thing. So it would be really interesting to see you, like a Protestant who's just not involved in the Catholic world, like see like our in-house kind of fighting and disputes and craziness. Anyway.
Yeah, that would be fun. That's so fun. Actually, I think if I watched one of those videos, this would probably be my reaction.
That's what you should do if you're unable to laugh and you want to laugh. Yeah. Okay, cut it out. It's getting annoying.
So someone sent in another article. You want to read it?
We could, sure.
Yeah, let's do it. I already have it pulled up.
Oh, let me.
This one is Kanye West.
Kanye West seizes opportunity to be most rational, coherent presidential candidate. So I don't actually fully understand what happened here. I know in the past he has suggested that he would run for president. I think everyone just assumed that was a joke. But has something happened recently?
Yeah, he came out as announcing that he's going to run for president in 2020.
2020?
Against Trump, against Biden. Yep. Some independent party.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious.
Yes. Which I think is probably just going to ensure that Trump wins.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Okay, let's read
Actually, I have no idea who's actually going to vote for him. I have no idea.
Because remember there was that libertarian guy who ran last time around when Trump was running against Hillary, and then they asked him a question on foreign policy and he didn't know the name of a state, or he didn't know about something he should have known about. He was sort of raked over the coals for that, so we'll see what happens here. Los Angeles, California. Noticing a lack of rational, coherent, sane presidential candidates, Kanye West announced this weekend that he will be running for president. The move surprised everyone who hasn't been paying attention to 2020 at all so far. Campaign advisors recently approached West, suggesting he run for president since there was a desperate need for a candidate who could string together something resembling a rational thought. After thinking it over and talking with the Kardashians, West decided he would jump at the opportunity to be the only major candidate who uses words in their proper context and order as a normal human being would. I just noticed that there weren't any candidates running with important characteristics like sanity and coherency, said West. We must build a Vision 2020 campaign that trusts God and brings the power of Yeezy to the people. Chick-fil-A. To jumpstart his campaign, West is also offering a free Chick-fil-A #1 with a lemonade for those who pledge their votes to him for a limited time only. Very good.
All right. Good article.
I got to look into that. That's crazy. Yeah. All right. What are the people writing in there? I'd love to check out what people are saying.
Yeah, let me scroll down. So I need like more of a question Someone says they're still asking how we send articles and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know of How to Be a Christian? That channel. This was from Impasse.
Yeah, How to Be a Christian is a Catholic YouTuber. He often responds quite humorously to James White and a couple of your friends. What's his name in California? That guy, Beard, doesn't like Catholics a great deal or thinks they're wrong. Anyway,
where in California?
You know, your guy, your man.
Mike
that
Winger?
Trent Horn. Yes, Mike Winger. He's done a few of those.
Winger.
And he tends to be definitely on the sassier end. So I don't
He
know
is?
how many. Oh, who?
Or this guy?
No, not Winger. No, Winger's great. I love him a lot. I disagree with him, but I think he's very well intentioned and awesome guy. This guy, How to Be a Christian, is on the sassier end. So if you were a Protestant, you'd probably just watch it and be like, okay, this is just kind of offensive to me. That's my take, but I don't know. Maybe people.
Okay, so
takes. But he seems like a cool guy.
So Zelda Power says Christian memes. Respond to Christian memes.
Yeah, that'd be fun. We should do that.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. Here we go from Dave Cargill. I'd be curious to hear you guys react to popular shows, music, movies, especially looking at the philosophies behind certain popular media. So one thing that we have talked about is responding or reacting to the presidential debates. I think that would be amazing. We absolutely have to do that. Now, the thing is though, we can't like put video and audio up from those debates, and I think the same applies to like music because of copyright issues. So what we'd have to do is just like, you know, react to it the day after or something.
Is that right? What if we reacted to like just a highlight clip and played that and responded? Even that's under copyright.
Maybe. I think that could potentially work. It might fall under fair use, but it'd be way easier. What we could do is we could write down their like what they said, and then you and I could like act it out. That would be an easy way of avoiding any copyright issues, which could be fun. Could be funny.
Sure.
But yeah, so we definitely like to react to. Now we did talk about movies, but you're not a huge movie buff.
Sorry.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I try to like movies. I like that people like them. I like that they say after they watch one, that's just what I needed. But every time I watch a movie, I just feel agitated and need to get up and walk around and do stuff. I find it difficult. I actually don't mind shows, you know, like we could react to Toby's leaving on The Office. Remember when Michael is doing that exit interview and he asks him a question, what gives you the right? That was hilarious.
So from Timothy Holman, yes, react to The Chosen. Have you watched that?
Little bits.
Do you know what
my
it
family. Is? Yeah, it's a New Testament kind of rendition through the eyes of the apostles on. I don't know what it's on. I think it's on VidAngel. I think it's produced by a Mormon company who do everything very well. I mean, say what you want about Mormon theology. They are very gifted at doing things, you know, well and comparable to what's coming out in the secular world. I know that the person who plays Christ is a practicing Catholic, so I've been thinking about maybe having him on the show. But yeah, it's quite good. It's quite good. It's good acting, and
I haven't watched it.
I care to watch, but as far as like, you know, show it to the kids, it really sheds light on the apostles and what they may have went through.
Yeah, I'd like to actually respond or to check that out. I had a few people sending that to me yesterday. Last night I was watching The Passion for the first time in a long time, and so I kind of Facebooked about that a little bit, and then people were saying you got to watch The Chosen. So I've definitely got to do that. I'm kind of behind there. Katie Rose says you guys should have your Patreons send y'all Christian memes. That'd be a good one.
Yeah.
So what I'd like to do, I'm trying to figure out how we can do all of these things where we're reacting like live on the air, and so it's difficult to figure out how we can do that. Like with this one, I had my wife pick the articles. Which,
well, you know, you could show me 3 and I could show you 3, and so those would be 3 that I wouldn't be aware of. And
yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, so Maverick Christian, he's still saying, did they say yet where to send the links? So we'll have to figure that out in the future, how to send links through Facebook. Maybe there's some other way to be able to do that. But that's pretty much the only things I've seen so far. So if you guys have if you're watching this in the future and you have a suggestion for what you'd like us to react to, then leave it in the comments of this video. First of all, subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content, and then leave a comment and let us know what you'd like to see in the future. I mean, the sky is literally the limit. We could react to
the sky. We could just look up at the sky. Look
we
at
could
pictures
go
of
outside.
clouds.
Yeah, I mean, we had an idea to do some on location stuff too. I mean, I doubt that this is the last 2 weekends ago that we hung out. I doubt that. Actually, it was only a week ago. I doubt that's going to be the last time we're together. So we could just like go to a really nice church and react to how it looked. How it looked.
How it looked it.
How it looked.
All right,
It's
man.
all this coffee. That's all the coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. So someone said, I'd love to see reactions to terribly cheesy Christian movies.
Oof. Yeah.
Oh, here's a question that is not super relevant to this channel, but it's a good question. Cam, has Matt converted you to Catholicism yet? I'll let Matt answer that.
Well, I don't know. We haven't talked about it this morning. Maybe something happened.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Not yet.
All right. Brandon C. Sullivan. Very good.
Oh, this one's an interesting one. You should react to Veggie Tales.
Mm. Yeah, I'm just not interested in VeggieTales. I don't find it interesting or good.
All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for us today. So thank you guys for watching. And should we like leave them with? I mean, this is our first video on this channel. Is there?
It's just the. Yeah, I don't know. Leave them with what? No, I just want to say thank you to everybody. This is just fun. If you please subscribe and like. Honestly, like I think if this starts to ramp up, we'll put more energy into it. If it doesn't, we'll just kind of play with it. So it's up to you guys. If you want more, like, thumbs up, subscribe, share. If you don't, that's okay too.
Yeah, and we have a whole lot more ideas, so we're gonna play around with some different things before we like decide if we're gonna put more effort into this channel or not. So we're gonna try out a few different things, see how it goes, and yeah, we'll let the Lord take it wherever He wants to take it. How about that? Yeah, we could do some lighter stuff that has no relation at all to theology, kind of like the Rhett and Link episodes, how they just do random things. Could be. Us reacting to scientific facts, like weird scientific facts. I don't know. There's a lot of different things that we could do with this channel. So,
totes.
All right. Totes.
All right, mate.
Totes.
God bless.
All right.
See you later.
See you guys later. Peace out. Until the next React video. This has been Cam and Matt React.